Hey everybody, Luke here. So, there was a minor mix-up this week which has delayed the usual episode of Whack-A-Roll Vagabonds just the teeniest amount. I'm hoping to get it up sometime next week, hopefully pretty early on, but to whet your appetite before then, here's a little one-off we whipped up. Welcome to Whack-A-Roll Sex, Crowns and Claws. We're playing MonsterHearts 2. The whole thing was created in one day, from learning the entire system to creating the episode itself. So, things are pretty fast and loose with the rules. The game is powered by the Apocalypse, which is a kind of role-playing system. For tests, we use 2d6 and then add a stat number. Normally, if you get a 10 plus, it's a total success, and a 7 to 9 is a success with complications. The players also have a thing called strings. It's a pool of resource. It's a currency that allows players to manipulate others and ultimately act as the win condition in our stories, to decide who has been the sexiest monster. We also have our very first guest player on, our good buddy Martin, as Dora couldn't make it back from work in time for what is a very slapdash session. Alright, that's enough preamble. Enjoy the sexy monster time. Also, my mum does listen to the podcast, so I'm real sorry, Mum. Hey everybody, welcome to Whack-A-Roll Sex, Crowns and Claws. My name is Luke, I'm your sexy vampire GM today.
Hello, my name's Tom. I'm operating at 110% of my power today, and I'm playing a sexy vampire called Percy.
I'm Al. I take out my sexual frustrations in The Witcher 3, and today I am playing a lamia called Belinda.
And I'm Martin. I don't know what I'm doing here, but I'm playing a banshee called Jen Deathfield.
Brilliant.
Welcome to the podcast, Martin.
Dora's not here, so
Pleasure
we're
to be
borrowing her boyfriend.
It's prom night at St. Cryptica's school for the Ghastly. Everyone is dressed in their finest. Those still with feelings in their arms feel the cool winter air prick against their skin, and just outside the school's gymnasium, cars and hired limousines are starting to pull up. Let's start with Percy. Percy, how do you show up at this beautiful prom night?
Hey up! Right, so basically Percy's...
We're gonna have to, caption this.
How dare thee? Right, listen. I'll do. Percy is actually part of the prom committee. He's got a good bit of skill with manual labour because he used to work down mines. So he's been helping to shift the chairs away and stuff, and he's probably just finished getting changed in the gents.
So you've just been the first time we see Percy is just him straightening like a tie as he walks out of the fucking men's room.
No.
How does Percy look?
So, I'll save that voice for when I'm in character. Percy is a Yorkshire vampire.
No.
He's somewhat scruffy looking, but he's quite young. He started his undeath at about 27 on a day trip to Whitby. He's got dirty blonde hair and always wears a flat cap. But apart from that, he wears a standard sort of modern vampire outfit, so very sharp, like black shirt and tie and black trousers and stuff like that. It's just all a little bit dishevelled looking, and the cap does not match.
All right. Belinda, how do you roll up to prom?
She's coming in with her, with the rest of the girls' wrestling team, which I just pulled that straight out my ass.
Love it.
You know, it's prom night. She's got her hair done nice, and she's wearing a dress, but it obviously exposes her arms because she beefy as hell, yo. And she doesn't have legs because she's a half snake.
And then finally, Jen, prom night. How?
So Jen basically rocks up in a really old, beat-up car. It's dented all over the place. Windows are down. Metal is just blasting through to distorted volume. She opens the door, a bunch of beer cans fall out, and she just looks at this place in a bit of disgust, but whatever.
You guys are starting to approach the school gymnasium, and there's the dull thud of some music coming from inside. Usual poppy affair. And there they are. Rowan Sage-Remington III.
That's a lot of plants.
Wow.
I know, right? They're snobby to a degree, which gives them instant access with popular kids, but rebellious enough against their parents, and they mesh well with losers and the like as well. They are perfection. There's no one at school who doesn't like them. You really want to bone with them.
Bone with them, not bone them. Just bone with them.
Rumours have been afloat for ages. As Prom grew closer and closer at St. Cryptica's, you all know that everybody is voting for Rowan for Prom Court. And you know that you would instantly become like school celebrity if you were up on that stage with them. You could have all the high school power you ever desired by just standing next to Rowan, and all you really want to do is just bone down with Rowan as well. So, the objective tonight, boys and girls, and anywhere in between.
Those who lieth betwixt.
You really need to just become Prom King, Queen, or whatever the hell you want to be.
Prom Monarch.
Prom Monarch.
Prom lad.
Alright, so, the party is in full swing. There are a few familiar faces floating around the gymnasium. You see your everyday high school cliques all around the area. There are a few bored-looking teachers, drinking the very stale punch, just sort of trying their hardest not to interact with the children and hoping the night goes without anyone getting high, getting drunk, or getting fucked behind the bleachers.
Good luck with that.
There is a group of jocks in their American football jerseys, just sort of like hanging around one corner. The popular girls, most of whom were on the committee with Percy, did not speak to Percy at all. But like, we're just on the same squad. There's a group of nerds sitting on the sidelines, wondering why the hell they came when they could be playing video games.
My people.
And some stoners, sort of hanging around outside. We're going to start, I think, with Percy. What do you do, Percy?
Yeah, it's like Blackpool Bloody Illuminations in here.
No one gets the reference.
Yeah, exactly.
We all have parents.
Percy is hanging out by the punch, but mysteriously somehow has a cup of tea.
Sure.
He's been a vampire since 1890, and along the way he's learnt that trick.
Belinda, what are you doing?
Rock up to your fellow jocks. You've got to be
Hello, fellow jocks.
hello, fellow kids. What the fuck? A pack animal. Gotta be a pack animal.
Yeah, of course. And then finally, Jen, what are you doing?
I'd like to clarify. With a string, I can basically make someone do something.
So, the way the game works, for those of us uninitiated, is
all of us.
In general it's just 2D. Yeah, all of us. We learned this today. In general, you have a series of moves, like most Powered by the Apocalypse systems, which you do by saying, "I will do this." It has to be alongside something narrative, so you have to have a reason for why you're doing that in character. But you have strings that connect you to other characters that you can use to do one of a few things. So there is a move called pulling strings. It's on the top right-hand side of your first page that tells you exactly what you can do with it. You just have to have a narrative reason for that working.
Okay. So I want to find Swamp Thing, my nerd brother.
Okay.
And
yep.
Yeah, and I would like to convince him to distract everyone by the punch bowl so I can spike it.
Oh, for God's sake.
All right, this is actually amazing.
There's always one.
We see this shot of the three of you are not like sidling around together at all, but you are all near the punch bowl. Belinda, you're moving towards Chuck and Bruntilda, who are a couple of the jocks that you know pretty well. They're not, I wouldn't say friends, but like you have dealt with them previously.
Sure.
And obviously, Percy, you're also near the punch table, and I think we say that Jen, you're also sort of walking nearby, which is where the idea comes into your head. And the captain of the high school football team, Chuck the Ball, he is... I'm so proud of that name. He's a ghost,
Yeah.
He floats nearby. The jacket sort of hovers around him. Everyone knows the story. He died in a tragic American football accident. And now he's even better at the game because no one can literally tackle him. So he just grabs the ball and runs. Chuck looks at you, Belinda, and is like, bruh!
Yeah! Come in for a nice hit fucking hug with a big back pat.
You know, I think he gives it right back, and it's like a big pat, like, fucking boom, and like a couple of the other people around are like, nice. This party blows, am I right, my dude?
Totally!
Like, just like, did you sneak in any booze? Like, sneak in any booze, you know, like booze? Like, booze.
I'm sorry, where would I hide it?
Bro, that's like totally, like, not gnarly.
I know. Well, like, tell dressmakers to put pockets in things.
We are desperate to get a little buzz going. And there is Punch right there. And, like, we all thought, and he, like, gestures to all the American football players, like...
The whole team.
We all thought that, like, you know, like, we have to spike Punch. That's what we do. I've seen the movie.
One movie?
Like, yeah, bro.
I have seen one film.
We, the football players, are supposed to spike Punch, bruv. And, like, we all thought the other one would do it. And now none of us have anything to do it. But also, and he kind of, like, points to one of the teachers, an Egyptian pharaoh by the name of Mr. Ra. He's like, Mr. Ra has been, like, fucking so up our asses about this. He keeps watching us every time we go near the bowl.
Hey, Chuck, if you're looking for booze, the other ghosts are over there.
Okay. I'm sorry. Were you speaking to me?
I don't think he was speaking English.
No, the problem is he's not speaking American.
God damn it.
Hey, up, I better watch this then. By my reckoning, I'm about 100 years your senior, love.
Yeah, no, he's just not speaking English. He's not speaking English.
Chuck has a very similar reaction to the GM himself, where he goes, what?
I kind of want my thrall to, like, be able to translate for me.
Is your thrall nearby?
Yes.
Okay, describe your thrall for us.
Daniel Martinez is a young Spanish urchin. He's a wee lad that found lost and alone in Spain somewhere. Percy ended up there by accident. Doesn't deal well with the heat. Did not want to be there. Someone packed him in a box full of soil and mailed him there at one point. And he found this poor little urchin and saved him and brought him around with him.
Chuck still looks at you and is like, you know, that joke you made, it's like totally ghostist.
Oh, well, I didn't mean no offence by it, Chuck. Don't you be worrying about that. We're all pals here.
Why do you speak like that? Oh, I need alcohol.
Oh, no, you don't be needing any alcohol. As part of the committee for setting this here prom up, we're keeping this a booze-free zone.
Fucking nerd.
Narc.
I think he kind of, like, gives you, like, a wee shove a little bit, just, like, it's obviously meant, in, like, it's, like, not like the world's most hostile action, it's meant to be, like, kind of like a just bog off kind of thing.
I'll be getting a clip round Luggle if that carries on like this.
I have no idea what you're saying.
Let go of his lugs.
Jen, you definitely overhear all this. At that point, like, you make your way over to, like, you know, a giant set of, like, bleachers that have been set up temporarily in the gymnasium, and it's nearish the stage. There's a dance floor in front of it with a couple of, like, high-tier couples that are out and dancing at the moment. You know, like, the popular couples, the ones that are known. A couple of, like, other ones. No one's dancing that isn't in a couple, because no one does that in a high school dance.
Nah, you don't touch people of the opposite gender unless you fucking.
Or the same gender.
Exactly.
Don't touch anyone unless you're fucking.
Don't touch me!
This is why Al and I refuse to high five.
Yeah. That and references.
Your friend Swamp Thing is here. Swamp Thing is a, like, reasonably large, like, maybe like 6'5" fish person. They usually smell kind of bad. They have a very small spare pair of, like, spectacles across their little beady fish eyes. And, like, they see you and they're like, hey, Jan.
Swampy, put down that fucking Game Boy. We need to get to work. This party is fucking lame.
he puts down his original Game Boy on which he was playing Tetris.
Nice.
And was like, I mean, this party seemed, it seems alright. I don't really have much frame of reference.
No, it's fucking lame, I'm telling you. So, what you're gonna do is you're gonna act as my distraction, okay? You're gonna go over to that punch bowl, and you're gonna get everyone looking at you. And then when they're not paying attention to the punch bowl, I'm gonna put this rubbing alcohol I stole from my hardware store into the punch bowl.
It's a very specific set of things we just learned about Jen.
It's a hardware store.
Okay, so you're attempting to pull a string because you have a string on Swamp Thing.
Correct.
That's right?
Yes.
So let's tempt them to do what you want. Now, what I will say is, Swamp Thing is definitely the sort of person who's like, you are popular adjacent enough that doing this could end up being really good for them, so they definitely want to do it. However, they're not the sort of person who would know exactly what to do willingly to make a distraction. So you're going to have to offer up some sort of actual distraction method for them to do this. And it would have to be something that they're willing to do that will not get them beat up by Chuck.
Okay, Swampy, I also stole this air horn from my hardware store.
Why does this list keep getting worse?
I want you to take it. I want you to start screaming and running around and setting it off. And all the teachers will think you're totally nuts and try and stop you.
I think, like, Swampy's holding this air horn canister staring at you like, are you fucking serious?
Of course I'm fucking serious. Why would you think I'm fucking serious?
I don't want to make an ass of myself.
Swampy, I got you. You do this and you will be a legend. I swear to God.
That's enough. Like, I think Swamp Thing kind of like holds the can. It's like, they'll tell stories about me for generations, and they run towards the goddamn like fucking punch table. Like they bump into like one of the dancing couples. Are like, what the fuck? Dude?
Even better.
Like, sorry, and then just like they're shaking the can. I don't think you need to shake air horn canisters to use them, but they're shaking it real hard, like it's spray paint. And then everyone just hears. Yeah, and Swamp Thing starts to run around blaring an air horn canister at the top of their goddamn like air horning this.
Yeah.
Obviously, Jen, you're going to try now sneak alcohol into the punch.
Yeah, rubbing alcohol I stole from my hardware store.
Oh, that's now
course.
just awful.
In the meantime, what do our dear goddammit, Belinda and Percy do?
Do we see this?
Oh God, yes.
No. I mean the sneaking of the ethanol, the pure 100% ethanol.
Let me have a look here.
To be fair, I'm dead, so I need a lot of percentage to fuck me up.
What I'll say then is we'll make our first roll of the game.
Yay!
Martin,
Yes.
could you please roll Keep Your Cool? So it's 2d6 plus your cold.
Ooh, I have a +2. So that will be 13.
Ah, jeez.
It does max out at 12, I believe. So you keep your cool, and you get to ask me one question about the situation.
Is anyone going to see me put anything in the punch bowl that would stop me?
The jocks, including Belinda, are chilling at the punch bowl, so there's a high chance they will see it, but obviously they want this to happen.
If they see me, I'm going to
give.
give them the little finger to the mouth, like, shh.
Chuck was insistent that he wanted to do it, though.
The only person that could stop you, that is like would have a high chance of being able to spot it, is one dear Percy.
Yep.
Fuck, I have no strings on Percy. I do have a string on Chuck, so, that might come in handy. Huh. What do I know about Percy?
I guess that's really up to the two of you.
Percy, I don't know what's happening with Swamp Thing, but could you please try and calm him down? Because, like, you're part of organising this event, and maybe you can get through to him.
Oh, hey up, Jen. Oh, no, you know what? I think I'm probably going to leave it. It's quite a big fella, and you know me, not really one for getting into tussles if I can help it.
But look at the guy. Look at him. Don't look at the punch bowl. Look at him.
Look at what he's doing!
I'm sorry, Jen, but my duty as the punch guard is to keep a close eye on this here punch bowl, make sure nothing happens to it.
God, you're such a fucking narc.
Everyone likes this, Rowan person?
Yeah. The whole point of this game is that you guys are desperate to bone Rowan.
It's made RPG, but in high school.
Yeah.
It's a shame you won't help Swampy because, I think it's really bringing Rowan down. I totally saw them, just leave when this started. I think it really bugged them.
That's going to have to be a roll, because that is a lie. Do either of you have anything specifically regarding lying? I think then we're going to have to do our first big flirt of the game. In MonsterHearts 2, there are very few skills to use. In general, when you want something, you gotta turn someone on.
Oh.
All kinds of things can turn someone on. If you want to do this, you are going to have to attempt to do a big old flirt with a Mr. Henry? Mr. Wilson. That's the name of one of my maths teachers in high school. I'm not comfortable with what I just said.
Mr. Wilson.
So if I go on a 10 plus...
Flirt with me, Martin!
The major thing here is you're going to need a string to do what you're wanting to do, and that's the way to get strings, is to flirt with someone.
Oh, geez, Percy, have you been, working out? Because, this arm, it's looking real beefy.
Aye, that'll be from being down the mines.
All my time down pit.
Okay. All right, boy.
All my time down the
Martin,
pit,
please give me a turn someone on.
I can't count, that's an 11.
11.
Yeah. It's a 6 and a 5.
On a 10 up, you gain one string, and and they choose a reaction from below. So, this is a terrible thing I'm about to say. Percy, your 3 choices are: I give myself to you, I promise something that I think you want, or I get embarrassed and act awkward. Which one does Percy do?
I guess I'm going to promise something that I think they want, and I'll go and sort out Swampy.
Alright, so if you did that, that means Martin would also get to keep his string on you.
That's okay.
Alright, so...
Well, I must say, Jan, I am glad you noticed, right, I am, because I was a bit worried that my muscles had sort of whimpered out after Thatcher called the mine. Did I tell you about that? Did I ever tell you about Margaret Thatcher, that fucking bitch?
How about when you get back, you tell me all about it, big arms?
Arms!
This is great, I just get to awkwardly watch my friends flirt.
This is awful.
Kind
of wonder how all of us are in relationships.
Right, don't you be worried, Jen. I'll get him sorted. It'll all be right. Hey! Swampy, come here!
Percy runs off to talk to Swamp Thing. And I think that we'll say that scene will naturally come down quite fairly. And Swamp Thing will, eventually calm down with that.
I was going to hypnotise
In the
him.
meantime, we have Belinda, Jen, and Chuck, and
The bull.
Bruntilda, and the Punch Bowl. So, I think that we see Jen take out this bottle of rubbing alcohol.
I don't just take it out, I give it a spin as if it's a revolver or a pistol or something.
Alright.
And I think Chuck's like, yo, is that what I think it is?
Well, if you think it's 100 proof ethanol, then you are correct there.
Dude, can you drink that?
Well, I can because I'm dead.
Hey, Chuck.
Dude, so am I! Nice!
It'll be fine. Punch will water it down.
I think Chuck's like, do it.
Hold up,
do
Chuck.
it.
It's supposed to be one of us that does that.
You're right, but I just want to get a buzz on.
I can't wait to hear how the stoners are different from the jocks.
What specifically are you trying to do?
I'm gonna tap Jen on the shoulder and fail, and just say, "Gimme."
Should we not establish whether we're resisting the action before we need to use a string?
Oh, that's fair. Yes, good point.
So Al will say, "Gimme," and I'll just be like, "Is it going in the bowl?"
Yes.
Then here you fucking go.
Awesome.
Good.
Great. Glad we took that extra step.
Chuck just sticks their ghostly hands up in yours like, nice!
And it goes glug 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 glug.
All right, congratulations, boys and girls. We have Spike the
Hooray.
Punch Bowl. That is one of the
Took half an hour.
Let's get fucked
we
up.
have available. The Rude Sandstorm starts playing from the DJ's booth as the alcohol goes
now
in.
this party is banging.
All right, boys and girls. So, Percy, gain +1. So I'm giving out strings as currency and points in this game, just as a way of calculating. Percy, gain +1 string with Swamp Thing.
Thank you.
Belinda, gain +2 with any jock.
Right.
And Jen, you gain 1 specifically with Chuck.
So I now have +2 with Chuck.
And I think we kind of like time skip a little bit, so the night goes on a little bit, and we see a couple people like socializing and such, and I think we skip to a shot of Swamp Thing talking to Percy, and Percy's just kind of like, Percy's like, Swamp Thing's kind of like, man, people are gonna talk about that, aren't they, on Monday?
Not if they've got something else to talk about, Swampy.
Like what?
For you see, Swampy, my friend, listen here, right? Look, I've got myself a proper smashing little distraction planned that I think, were you to give me a hand, nobody would be talking about your little indiscretion earlier.
All right, I had my own thing that was written into the plot, but go on. This sounds much more
Are
interesting.
you both gonna do Carrie?
Swampy, have you ever seen Carrie?
No, there's like only one movie in this universe.
Oh, good. Brian De
well,
Palma
look.
doesn't exist.
Okay, cool. Listen. Look, Swampy, I've written this movie called Carrie.
It's not based on a novel.
You pull out your screenplay.
My screenplay's here. What I want you to do, nip into a bog and have a read through, alright?
Oh, the bug, because I'm a Swamp Thing. I get it.
He means the toilet.
Like, that definitely came from fucking Daniel.
Yeah, he's taking it as fucking, like, boggist, or whatever it is. Just my regional parlance, Swampy.
We get a... And then we get a... So you want to pour pig's blood on the people who win?
No, that's just in the film version, right? Listen, that's just for the film. I couldn't get pig's blood on account of...
Pigs don't exist.
In fact, you're vegan?
I did have some pig's blood, but on account of being a vampire, I no longer have any pig's blood. Alright, it's a bit embarrassing, but let's just drop it a lot and we'll move on. What I do have...
Don't judge.
And he sort of looks around sneakily for a second, and he reaches into like a bag that he's got stashed behind the cubicle they're in. I've got these.
Wait, are you in a cubicle with Swampy?
Yes.
We're both in the bog.
Oh.
Just because the image is fun, and I imagine there's not much room to manoeuvre, so it takes a while to get it out. I've got this, and he pulls out a large cardboard box, which is a 400 pack of Yorkshire tea bags.
Okay.
You help me secure enough water for this, and help me rig it all up. I guarantee nobody will be talking about you at all.
You want to pour tea on the people who win the Prom monarchy?
Yes, for you see, I am something of an anti-monarchist.
Fair.
Fair.
And any form of monarchy I view as being completely to the detriment of the proletariat. That's me, you and me, Swampy. and I shan't be standing for it.
Okay, I'm in.
That was a lot easier than I thought it would be.
Sorry. I'm saying you win. Do you have anything for this?
Do I have anything for this? What do you mean, sorry?
Well, that's going to be a string to convince them to do this.
Like, I'll spend a string, but if he's already in, then...
Well, it would be spend a string to get him in.
I will spend that string. Good lad, Swampy. Now, what I need you to do, right, I need you to sneak off, get myself into kitchens, and bring in some of them big tea brewers they use for staff meetings. You know the ones?
Yes.
Of course I know the ones. I'm a nerd. We know everything about tea.
Excellent. Then you'll understand how important it is to get this exactly right, okay?
Absolutely.
Once you've done that, you'll meet my mate Daniel. You'll meet him round the back of the stage where they'll be announcing announcing our new sovereigns, and he'll help you with the rigging. All right?
Okay, I'm in.
Okay.
But wait a minute, Percy, what do I get out of this?
Well, no one's gonna be remembering your little blunder earlier, for one thing, and also anything that helps to take down the bourgeoisie, is a point in our books, alright?
Wait. Won't this get Rowan?
Wait.
I like Rowan. They're nice to me.
We are saving Rowan from themselves, alright? And whichever other parasite is looking to get up there and take that crown alongside him.
That will take place, I guess. I think we get the next scene with fucking Jen and Belinda. And in the background of that scene, we do see a 6'5" swamp thing sneaking off into the kitchens. They do smell pretty bad. We kind of dealt with the jocks. There are a few other cliques. Now, the nerds are busy because Swamp Thing is the face of the nerds. There are popular kids, stoners, and band kids. Let's start with Belinda. Who do you think you'd be speaking with?
Of anybody. Probably more popular kids rather than any other clique, because there's a lot more overlap.
Yeah, of course. And then Jen. What do you think you'd be doing?
Probably go speak to the band kids, I guess.
Yes, band geeks!
All right. I think we'll start with the popular kids. So, in a moment of quiet, the popular kids were dealing with a lot of the prom committee stuff. And in a moment of quiet, like, you are out of the gymnasium speaking with Louise von Troot.
Von Troot?
Von Troot. She's this
Fish lady.
Yeah.
She's
Oh.
no.
Damn it.
She's a werewolf. Like, she is like half person, half chihuahua right now.
Oh.
And she's just sitting there like doing her nails, and she's like, "Oh my god! I mean, like, have you heard? We tried so hard to keep it a sober event, and now like everyone's getting drink off the punch."
Wow, I don't want to have to keep talking to this one. Nah. Would the mechanics of shutting someone down apply here, as we're to just tell her to be fucking chill?
I think so, yeah.
Cool. Again, I want to roll.
So you roll with plus cold.
Right. Okay, well, I rolled 9 total, but that was a 10 minus 1.
Okay, so you choose one from below, but in return, they're going to give you a condition. So a condition is, in essence, a way you have to act from this point onwards, and if it comes up in a roll against you, that person gets a +1. So if you were feeling, let's say you were feeling socially exiled.
Sure, ostracized.
And someone made fun of you for that. Yeah, ostracized is a good word. Let's say you were feeling ostracized, and someone wanted to kind of like make fun of the fact that you were out of the social clique at the moment. Mm-hmm. That would be a +1 on any roll they were doing.
Okay. I think I'm just going to want to gain a string on her, though.
Okay, so how does this play out?
She's doing her nails. I'm just going to go over and say, "Hey, listen, Louise. We're all just here to have a good time, and sometimes you need to get a buzz on. Now, this isn't about you. No one's making you drink, so how about you just chill the fuck out and stop whining?"
Louise looks at you for a second, blinks, the way these sort of like Queen Bee characters always are. They don't expect you to talk back to them. And then, like, you see it in her eyes for a brief second, and then you're like, "Oh, God." And then you're just
regret.
I'm so sorry. I gave you a really good time, and like, fucking Chuck hasn't even spoken to me once.
Oh my god, it's about Chuck. Fine, I'll get him to talk to you. Jeez.
Please, he's my boyfriend. We've been dating for like a week, and he hasn't spoken to me once today.
Listen, you know how it is with these football teams. They love to just talk with their bros and be all stupid and bro-y.
I know. It's awful.
Okay.
Mascara is running down her face.
Alright, I'll talk to Chuck.
Okay, and the condition I'm going to add is caught in drama.
Oh god. Oh, piss. Oh no.
I know you, Al. That is the worst thing I could do. Again, we're doing a lot of those this game.
There's so many Supermen.
Yeah, I know, right? Jen, you are with the band kids.
Yes.
Specifically, Amos Wanderlust and his band, The Sordid Burial. Thank you.
That's great.
I haven't decided what monster Amos is yet. Do you know what? Fuck it. Amos is a human.
Nice. Just one sexy mortal who's in a band.
Just like, yeah, he's wearing like a very large leather jacket and like big like fucking like gothic eyeliner, like just like makes like just too much, like that sort of like teenage level of I'm a boy and I want to wear makeup and like I don't understand what is too extra.
Yeah. Okay.
And you know we've all been there.
Have we?
And like he sits at the front, like he's got like a microphone and a cable he's spinning around, like so dumb. And his bandmates are all behind him, all also holding their instruments, and he's like, "Hey Jen, how's it going?"
Hey Amos, I heard you're in a band. What kind of music do you guys play?
I mean, we are the band. The band. We are Amos Wanderlust and the Sordid Burial.
Yeah, every high school really only has one band at a time. That's not sarcasm, it sounds like it, but it's not.
Yeah.
But what do you guys play?
We play music.
Aha.
The sound.
And if you were to like categorize that music in some way.
No. No. You don't categorize music, Jen. Music is a feeling. You wouldn't categorize how you're feeling, would you, Jen?
I mean, I could. Because if I were to like categorize my feeling right now, it would be a mix of confusing and maybe some frustration at your answer to my question.
Just don't be a bitch about it, Jen. Like, when was the last time you even really...
Excuse me?
When was the last time you...
Did you just call me a bitch?
Give me a shut someone down there.
What am I rolling on for this?
Cold.
Cold. Oh, +2. Perfect.
It's cold as ice.
With the +2, that will give me a 9.
A 9.
Yeah.
So you choose one. They lose a string, which they obviously don't have, so you can either gain a string on them, they gain a condition, or you take +1 forward, which means from this point onwards, any rolls against Amos would get you a +1.
They can gain a condition.
So what condition are you wanting to give them?
I'm a heavy metal banshee howl in their fucking ear.
Oh, so you're gonna deafen. That's fun.
Don't you call me a bitch!
Ouch. I have gained the condition deafness.
So yeah, you have deafened the god. You've deafened Amos and the Sordid Burial.
The whole band is deaf. Great.
Just like they're like, oh my god, I can't hear what I'm saying. Ah! And Amos is just crying in a corner now.
Oh, there's so many tears.
I'm gonna slap him in the face to like calm him down and be like,
That never works.
Shut the fuck up. I've done you a favor. Beethoven was deaf and he made some pretty fucking good music. So, you know, count yourself lucky.
Well, you can't say anything because Amos is deaf now. So just like, what?
What?
There's a lot of tears going on in this prom.
I know, it's great.
Yeah, I just like hair flick my ponytail and walk away.
Ouch.
So, because you got a 7 to 9, you also have to take a condition in return. I think that, like, it's just got to be exiled from band kids. Like, you cannot deal with the band kids at all. Like, they will always be able, like, they will not deal with you at all from this point on.
Oh, what a shame. I'm going to miss Amos and his pretentious attitude.
Hey everybody, welcome to the awkward middle bit of the podcast. First of all, thank you very much for your patience with this. We're not going to make you wait too long for your normal fix of Whack-A-Roll, but after the whole month-long hassle, we didn't want to leave the normal spot empty. Don't forget you can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Whack-A-Roll for updates, and email us at whackaroll@gmail.com. Doing so gets your name added to a pool for potential NPC characters. Also, we want to give a special shout out to Martin for being a great friend and creating a character and recording literally with only an hour's notice. Without you, bud, we couldn't have made an episode at all, so thank you. Finally, while I've butchered the rules for this episode, I've since had a longer read of MonsterHearts 2, so I highly recommend looking into the system. It's a really cool idea, it's simple to learn as we've demonstrated today, and it's got a bunch of really good LGBTQA representation in the book, and little details like that make it really kind of special. I've looked at a few other games now by the creators as well, and recommend you do the same. You can get this game and others at buriedwithoutceremony.com. Anyway, that's enough of my voice. I'll let you get back to more of my voice. Bye. Jen, what do you think you're going to move on to next? Because obviously that was a bit of a non-starter for a scene for you.
Well, you shouldn't have called me a bitch. Who's left?
We all are, comrade. Da, 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 da.
The stoners and the teachers are really all that's left.
I guess I'll go to the stoners. Maybe I'll deafen them as well.
You wander outside to where you know that the stoners will be hanging, specifically a one Mr. Bud Buddington.
Wow, Buddington. The son of Bud.
Son of Bud. Yeah.
Bud, son
That
of
is
Bud.
Bud as well. His full name is actually Bud Jr. Buddington. I will deal with that in a second. Percy.
Hello.
I think that Swamp Thing comes back into the men's room with a couple of these...
I've just been stood in the men's room the whole time.
Where have you been then?
Back on the... I've probably been socialising. If everyone knows I'm missing for too long, then it's going to be like...
Yeah, there's no point guarding the punch anymore.
Yeah, exactly. My duty's over. I can party.
You kind of dropped the ball.
Who are you
on that
partying
one.
with?
Sorry. I'm partying with... I'm chatting with my stoner friends. Yeah, sorry, that's who I'm friends with.
You're outside hanging out with Bud Buddington. A floating Nirvana t-shirt and pair of jeans. Because
Nice.
he is an invisible man. Usually he's pretty easy to locate because of a constant cloud of smoke that surrounds him. However, today, there is no smoke. And he's like, my dude, like, oh god, today's awful. It's the worst day ever. Like, this is like the day Kurt Cobain died like 100 times.
I'll do, bud. You alright there, love?
No, I'm not. This is awful. Oh my god.
What's bothering you? What's bothering you? Come on.
At this point, Jen appears as well. Mr. Ra took my fucking stash. Like, he said he's not gonna narc on me to the cops, but like, he's gonna narc on me to the fucking cops.
That fucking sucks.
Right? Oh, hi, Jen. Right, that sucks so bad. Like, my dad, he's not gonna give a shit about the fact that I do weed, but he's gonna care that I got caught. He never got caught in high school doing weed.
Butthead, it's Butthead. He sounds like Butthead from Beavis and Butthead.
I've never seen it.
This fucking sucks.
If we swipe it back, then there's no evidence. And he can't call the cops.
You see the shirt move, and two invisible hands either side of your ghostly face that instantly fades through, and you're like, right, you're a banshee, I'm sorry. Like, dude, that's fucking genius.
I know, right?
Right?
I'm a fucking genius.
That's a fucking genius. Percy, why didn't you come up with that, man?
Yeah, Percy.
Sorry, I'm just laughing at this conversation. Well, if I know Mr. Ra, and I know Mr. Ra, I don't think he's even going to be... I don't think he'll be telling anybody about it. I bet he'll be locking himself up in his office just now, and he'll be helping himself to your stash.
That's even better. If we catch him and we take a photograph, then he is fucked.
You do all have smartphones, that's in the rules.
Hooray!
You two are going to hunt down Mr. Ra and the hidden stash.
Oh my god.
The hidden stash.
Meanwhile, we see Belinda. I think that the jocks are now sitting on the bleachers where the nerds once were. And they're chatting. So it's specifically a Chuck the Ball, a couple of the other American football players, and then you know her from the wrestling team as well, Bruntilda Sherry Bop, a Frankenstein-esque creation. Specifically a Frankenstein's creature-esque creation. Oh, there we go. Caught that one in the bud if we ever become famous and someone decides to pull me up on that one. And you know her to be one of Louise's best friends. Wrestling team with you.
Sweet, 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 sweet. Don't give a fuck about anybody but Chuck. I'm just not going to march up to Chuck. Chuck, your girlfriend's pissed. You have to go and talk to her.
Just like, he kind of looks at you and is like, of course she's pissed. She's always pissed. And Brunhilde's like, yeah, I know she is.
Oh my god.
Right. She is such a bitch. Am I right? And Chuck's like, right.
Oh, come.
Chuck is obviously a little bit wasted.
Brunhilde, don't be a fucking pick-me, okay? Like, Louise is your friend. Just get him out of here.
Just like, Louise is my friend, yeah? Like, if Louise is my friend, why don't she always bitch about me behind her back?
Who says?
This NPC that Luke hasn't come up with a name for said it.
Ah, okay. Well, I'm gonna make him make up a name so that I can confront them.
Roberta.
Roberta?
Yeah.
Roberta the robot.
Yes.
Oh no.
The only robot in the school.
Well,
This gossipy bitch of a robot.
well, she
It's
can't.
just a tape. It's just a tape recorder replaying things that people say on Lex.
Yeah.
It's a fucking gossip robot.
Well, she literally can't lie.
Right?
Oh shit.
Well, dang.
We really talked ourselves into a corner by making it a fucking tape recorder on Lex.
Guess you're fucked.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Guess you gotta take it out with her. I don't care. I'm here for Chuck. Chuck, go see your girlfriend. Jesus Christ.
If you want to get Chuck to go talk to someone, it would be a string.
Fine. I've got those.
Okay.
I've got a Chuck string.
So specifically, how do you make Chuck
Okay.
go?
I'm gonna march up to Chuck. Look at his eye. I keep wanting to physically interact with these ghosts, but it's not gonna work. I'm gonna hover hand over his shoulders. And swipe my hand through his face in an effort to slap it. I don't know how trashed you are, but please just go talk to her. She's sad that she hasn't seen you tonight.
Like, I think that when you slap him in inverted commas, like, his head does move to the side ever so slightly. It's obviously he puts it on. Like,
Right.
It's like, fine. Fine.
Mom!
And he gets up and staggers his way out of the room.
Hooray.
And as he does, Brunhilde just looks at you and just says, "We had sex."
Jesus.
Welcome to still being in the middle of the drama.
Stop it!
I could make an entire roleplay session about just making Al's character be a goddamn conduit between other people's
I'm in
fucking
hell!
drama.
I'm in hell! I'm in hell!
Meantime, we have Jen and Percy, and there is I think fucking Mr. Ra is standing next to the punch bowl looking incredibly disappointed. He is a mummy, which is like being a daddy, but less sexy.
Up!
This is the one with the contraband, yes?
Yes.
Yes, Mr. Ra is the one with the contraband. He's an
And
Egyptian
is
pharaoh.
currently not blazing it up in his office.
No, he is not. In fact, as you approach, he is actually looking under the table.
I'm just observing this.
I'll do, Mr. R.
He smacks his head against the table. He's like, oh, good Jesus. Percy and Jen is that. Hello, Jen. How can I help you? I hope you're staying sober and having a good evening.
No and no.
Jen, you probably should not admit to a teacher that you're getting drunk again.
What are you gonna do about it?
Nothing. Oh. School systems.
Okay.
School systems are buggered. We can't really do anything about it. All we have to do is pretend that we can. So you've been very naughty, and he wags a finger. The finger falls off.
I hear you loud and clear, sir.
How can I help you?
Don't know.
We just came for a casual chat.
Okay. Casual chat away.
So, how's your night going, sir?
It's going okay.
You haven't having fun and staying sober?
Absolutely. Say, you haven't seen a cat around here at all, have you?
No.
Well, then, you didn't hear me say that then. There's definitely no reason why there would be a cat on campus.
Actually, so I definitely heard you say that.
Rah.
You did not. Thank you.
No, actually, I think I definitely did.
Yeah, I kind of feel like I heard that too.
Hey.
Ah, did you hear that too, Jen? Did you hear that?
I think so.
Oh, we definitely both heard that, sir.
I'm kind of buzzing, but I'm pretty sure I heard the word cat.
No.
I don't know why I'm telling you this. Ugh. I brought my cat with me to the prom. Not like that. And she has gone missing. She answers to Diddles. If you find her, I would be most grateful.
If we find her, would you say you would owe us one?
I think
I
we
will
would
give
say
you
that,
the
Jen.
test. I'll give you the test answers for the next big test.
I don't really want those because I do not care about my education.
At least you're honest, Jen, unlike most of these reprobates.
There is one class that I am somewhat interested in.
Oh?
Botany 101.
We don't teach... we could discuss that. If you find my cat.
I feel like the word discuss is very non-committal.
You're correct. I'm deciding how much I want to do something incredibly, incredibly illegal to a minor.
Bang, 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 bang.
I don't think you're suggesting that, sir.
The DJ's having a really bad sense of timing today.
Careless whisper, sure.
How much would you like to see Mr. Tills again, sir? Because
Are you threatening to kill his cat?
Sir, put it this way, I will eat your cat.
Turn someone on. No.
I think it's meant to be like a sex-based system, and yet all we're doing is fucking bullying each other.
I know.
roll seduction.
Either try to seduce the teacher, or try to shut them down.
Okay, so what do I roll? Because I haven't rolled yet.
2d6s.
It would be 2d6, but what are you specifically doing? Are you going to try to turn them on, or are you going to try to shut them down?
I'm shutting him down
Alright, so...
by telling him that I'll eat his cat.
So that'll be rolling it with cold. So 2d6 plus your cold.
Okay, so that is... my cold is 1. So I add 1. Ah, I have rolled 4.
I think that the teacher's kind of like, you would not eat my cat. You will just not, because if you do, I will have you expelled, Percy.
Also, cats taste terrible.
So, now you've lost that leverage.
Hypnosis! Bong!
I'm sorry. Hypnosis?
I can hypnotize him.
Okay.
You can hypnotize people who have no strings on you.
He does not have a string on you, I don't
Roll with hot. Yay! So I add 1 to this, and that is an 11.
On a 10 up, they do exactly what you wish and have no idea that anything is wrong.
Yay!
So what exactly are you telling him to do?
Could just give us the weed. Fuck the cat.
Mr. La, give us the weed! When I'm hypnotizing, my voice goes like this, and it's much harder to understand.
Is it?
That's exactly what I was about to say.
Yes!
I think that Mr. Ra just pulls it out from inside his chest cavity, because he's a mummy underneath all the bandages, and is like,
Gross!
the biggest doober you've ever seen.
When you find your cat, eat it!
I am strangely... I think that'll be a second command, Tom. Do you want to try hypnotize him again?
Okie dokie! That's a 10!
Oh my god, so he does exactly what you wish and has no idea that anything is wrong. He's like...
Goodbye, Tiddles! 0 cats!
Jesus.
Alright. You have the wheat.
We have the weed. Right, sorry about that. My voice is back to normal now. Don't you worry.
Alright. So...
Jesus Christ, Percy, that was like hardcore.
Well, you know me. I do like a little bit of heavy metal. And not just my pickaxe when I was Dark Mines. Remember that?
I remember your big arms.
Oh my god! Do you want to try turn him on as well?
Sure.
Okay, give me a fucking turn someone on.
That's a 5.
Nothing happens.
I gotta come up with some better material than talking about arms.
Well, sorry about that, Jen, but as you well know, I am a vampire, which means I have no blood and I'm incapable of getting an erection.
We'll see about that.
I would like to see you try.
Alright.
Oh no.
I think we're gonna... So, you guys deliver the weed back.
Well, maybe sans a little bit.
You wanting to nab some weed?
It might come in handy.
You guys return the weed to Bud Buddington, sans a little, and Bud is very grateful. Percy, you were the one with the bag of weed, so you gave him +2 strings with +2 strings with stoners. Jen, you're getting +1. In the meantime, Belinda, you can just hear the fight that's starting outside. I'll say you're still with Bruntilda, but you can start to hear you hear Chuck and Louise starting to yell out in the corridor outside.
So I'm caught up in a lot of drama right now.
I know, I love it.
Yeah. Shit. I'm gonna go outside.
You step out to the corridor, and as you do, you hear, "You spent all your time with Belinda. You never... Belinda?
Hello?
You spent all your time with Bruntilda? You never spent any time with me. And Chuck's like, oh, I'm sorry, we're on sports together. Nothing's ever happened between us. And then he sees you. And he's like, fucking, Belinda does sports. Belinda, you know that nothing's ever happened between me and Bruntilda, right?
I give him a meaningful look. I tilt my head at him. I raise my eyebrows. I look disappointed.
Okay, what specifically are you trying to do right now?
Well, I like to just convey to him that I know, in fact, that he has bagged Bruntilda. And, like, it's not a secret anymore. I know.
Fucking, like, right, he definitely, I think that, like, Louise is, like, a mess.
Sure.
She's a sopping thing. She does not get that look.
No, but it's not for
But
her.
you see a moment of realization. Chuck's eyes widen, and he just looks and goes, right, Belinda? And he is giving you the most pleading look.
I shake my head.
Belinda's not even here. I'm just really drunk. And Louise looks at you and is
Wow.
like, she's right there.
That was a reach.
When you've got nothing else, claim you're not there.
Like, Belinda, did my boyfriend have sex with a person on the wrestling team?
I only know what Bruntilda told me.
And that is what I hear from you.
She said that she and Chuck had sex.
Chuck is standing behind, like Louise, like signaling like a cutting motion across his throat. It's like, and then like Louise
Chuck's
just like,
soul could leave its body,
You
it would.
couldn't keep your dick in one girl for a week.
and she is gone.
Fair. Bye.
She runs off, like, sobbing down the corridor, and, like, she's like, at least Belinda's a real friend, and she tells me the truth. At this point, Roberta just wanders past, the tape recorder turns towards it, and without any eyes, just legs of the tape recorder, Roberta gives you the juiciest look.
Oh, okay. Oh no. What do you have to say, Roberta?
We had sex! And it's just fucking Bruntilda's voice playing from it.
Excellent.
And annoying. Like,
Fantastic.
Roberta's just got more gossip in her now.
Okay.
Okay, so we only have one more plot thread to still
Pursue, and we have 10 minutes!
yeah, I know. Percy, you're back inside the main hall, doing a little boogie.
Gymnasium.
When Swamp Thing appears,
Corn Peoples, come on, and he's really loving it.
Swamp Thing appears with two giant metal cylinders underneath one arm.
Swampy, I said take them round back, don't bring them out front.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't understand the request. And then runs out the back.
Okay. Percy's just going to keep boogieing, but slowly like moving himself towards the exit there.
The gentle boogie out.
Yes.
You wind up outside the hall, and you've got 2 giant metal cylinders, and Swamp Thing's like, "Are you really sure you want to do this?"
Yes.
Okay. That's all the convincing apparently I need.
Good, because I can hypnotise you if need be, alright?
Oh, hypnotize me, Daddy. Do you know what? Fuck it. I think that, like, Swamp Thing gives you, like, very, like, large puppy eyes, and he's like, "I'm doing this for you, Percy." Swamp Thing blushes and gently, like toes the dirt a little bit, just, like, swivels their foot backwards and forwards, just, like, all shy and timidly.
Bow chicka wow.
Nah, he's just
That's
oblivious.
it. Thanks. Yeah.
Which is accurate for men, in my experience.
So are you just going to play completely oblivious?
Yes.
Okay, give me a shut someone down.
Oh, that's a shame.
How do I do that?
It's 2d6 plus cold.
Plus cold.
Because that's
Be
fucking
gentle,
cold.
Percy.
Oh shit, that's actually a 12.
Oh my
A
god.
12!
Yeah, I've got +1.
So, they either gain a condition, you take one forward, or you gain a string on them.
I'm stringing him along. So kind of like, I guess I'm going to keep that potential +1 for later, but just like kind of give him the hope. Oh, maybe if I keep going along with this, then he'll bone me.
So you're just going to, like, keep Swamp Thing on the hook.
Yeah.
I thought
Yep.
Percy was meant to be a nice boy.
Sometimes.
How do you convince them that you're still interested? Tell me about your sex, Tom.
Yeah,
Flirt,
but
you bitch.
Swampy. Yeah, Percy, I just want to let you know, I do very much appreciate this.
I know.
Once this whole business is over and the proletariat have seized the means of prom, let's you and me have a proper brew, all right?
Do you mean tea or alcohol?
Yeah, good point.
I think you know.
I do not. And then I think we then cut back to the gymnasium. So, a very tear-soaked Louise stands on the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, I had a voice before. I was all sobby and teary, and I can barely remember it. I think it was something like this. I'm having the worst day of my life. How are y'all enjoying the party?
Yeah. General ambivalence. Yay!
Right. General ambivalence was kind of the theme we were going for.
Excellent.
It was supposed to be, like, totally mediocre, and I'm glad we achieved something good tonight. Anyway, it's time to announce the prom monarchy. Yay!
Oh shit, the plot!
Yeah!
We forgot the quest.
Yeah, I'm glad
None
you
of
did
us
so much
talked
to
to
advance this.
So, without further ado, we'll get the really obvious bit out of the way, and she pulls out a bit of paper. What a surprise! Everyone's favorite vampire friend is the fucking prom monarch! Come on up, Rowan! We all love you! Yay! Rowan!
Gosh, she's so better.
And now for the
Yay.
person who gets to wear a crown next to Rowan, the hottest thing alive.
Undead?
I guess you're right. Anonymous voice from the audience. Thank you for correcting me. I was being so un-PC. Sorry, the hottest thing undead. The one who gets to wear the crown next to this fine piece of man.
Jesus.
Yes. And they she puts her hand into an envelope, I guess, and pulls out a piece. That's a weird way of saying that. And pulls out a bit of paper. It's Belinda Drake.
Oh, wow.
Because, like, she was the only person who talked and did, like, resolve problems. Like, a couple of other people got some weed or something. But, like, all the stoners were really fond of these other two, but Belinda was the one who dealt with, like, the actual problems. Like, she's a real friend, Belinda. I told everyone.
While she's speaking, I'm just slithering
friend.
up to the stage awkwardly.
And, like, I think that when you slither up to the stage, like, you know, a crown is put on your head, and I think that Rowan sort of gives you a sign. It's like, hey, I hear you're a really good friend. I appreciate that in a person, you know?
Yeah.
People say I'm charming.
Am I charming?
That's crazy.
You wear your heart on your sleeve.
Oh, that's
Belinda.
so nice
like
of
that.
you to say. I really like your hair.
They swish it, like, dramatically, and it, like, falls over them sexily, and they're like, thanks. I like yours too.
Oh, it's not even a thing. I just, like, did the best I could.
At that point, you just hear from above just a gentle, as a pair of fucking vats of boiling hot goddamn Yorkshire
Boiling
tea.
hot.
Yes.
Okay, great.
I guess.
Rain from above.
Is there anything I can do to, like, I can't force myself to notice fast enough to run.
I'll get you a runaway. There is a roll. Please roll with volatile. Yeah. Oh my god.
Hello. Oh, Yaga's here. Surprise.
Please roll with volatile, Belinda.
Right. I didn't say. I mean, can I roll the same and, like, try to get Rowan out of the way, like, first?
So specifically,
Yeah.
one of the options on a 7 to 9 with runaway is you leave something behind.
Oh no. Okay.
So-
try
Glass
not to
slipper.
fuck up. Excellent.
Try not to fuck up.
Oh no, that's
you leave
not a
the
good
man
start.
you love behind.
7 plus volatile. I closed my notebook for some god or forsaken reason. Okay, I found it. Volatile is +2, so that's 9. Shit.
Okay, so you do have a choice.
Yeah,
One of the options is you leave something behind, which would be Rowan.
that would be terrible.
Your other options are you run into something worse.
Well, can I use that?
Cause a big scene.
Alright, kind of, I can't cause a bigger season, somehow. I feel like, can I use the run into something worse in that I get Rowan out the way, but I'm still stuck in the boiling hot tea shower?
I will absolutely say that's fair.
Fine, good.
We see the scene in slow motion as, like, I think Rowan is, like, leaning in for a kiss, and, like, you're like, give the crowd what we want. They want it.
Oh
And
my
do you know
god.
what? Do you know what, Belinda? I want it too. And then, like, just for a moment, you see a glint of silver up above. You look up and you see the vats beginning to pour, and
Shove.
you shove Rowan out of the way. And we hear this gut-wrenching shriek
As I'm
as Belinda
boiled
Drake-
alive.
as Belinda Drake becomes boiled alive.
Do this for you, Rowan. I love you.
Could what's your name? Percy, please give me a lash out physically roll.
Oh
Which
gosh.
is,
What's
roll
that?
with volatile.
Volatile.
Oh, to determine the
where's
damage?
Don't worry, my volatile's -1.
Oh, excellent.
7.
7. So, you do harm. Obviously, you do harm.
Yeah.
Luckily, with this game, you can only take one harm at a time, so it hurts. The same as getting stabbed,
Great.
or shot,
Excellent.
or punched.
I've been burned with boiling hot water many times.
But like 2 vats full.
No, but it's still bad.
You also choose one, Tom. They learn something about your true nature and gain a string on you, which will not have much weight. The MC, which is me, decides how bad the harm turns out, or you become your darkest self. Now, normally I would give you an option, but I think that this is kind of a little bit evil of you, bud.
Yeah, can I feel like we're getting to the end? Let's bring out the darkest self of Yorkshire Vampire.
Jesus.
Percy, please read out your darkest self entry.
Everyone is my pawn, my plaything. I hurt them and make them vulnerable for sport, like a cat duck with a mouse. Maybe I'll even drain them dry, though I'll certainly take my time first. I escape my darkest self when I'm put in my rightful place by someone more powerful than me.
And I think Swamp Thing, like, standing beside you, just looks at you and says, "Oh, what have we done, Percy? What have we done?"
What have we done? What have we done? I'll tell you what we've done. We've shown me the truth. I finally understand why they do it. Fuck the proletariat. Now I'm in charge and it feels great. Bow before me, you pesky vermins.
Oh, I will kneel before you at any time, Percy.
Alright, not you. You stand up and make sure everybody else is kneeling down.
They are already on their knees.
Yes, yes. I finally see what it feels like to be on top.
You are making a loud enough scene that everyone, including you, Belinda, is aware of exactly what has happened.
Oh dear.
So, Percy has outed himself as the person who made the tea mistake. I think that, like, we'll say for the sake of having the character out of the way, because the character is literally just a hot person that you all want to get with.
Right.
Pushing you out of the way, you did knock out Rowan, but they are breathing and they're fine.
Good.
So, Crispy Wet Snake and Jen, what do you do?
This sounds like the perfect opportunity for me to execute my side plan.
Oh no.
We all have fucking ulterior motives. It's great.
Yep, yeah, fucking Jen, you would be paying attention to all of this if you hadn't noticed that, like, god damn it, Amos is currently talking to the DJ at the booth. Like, they're trying to get there. He's trying to get his band to play like play everyone out tonight. And it's the conversation is mostly going, "I'd like to play," and they're like, "Okay, sure." What? There's a lot of just yelling the word "what."
Well, isn't Amos deaf now? So
yeah, that's why. What do you do?
I walk up and I just like fucking look at him.
He looks at you back. It's all he can really do. He can't hear.
I was hoping he would be intimidated after that deafening, but okay.
But he's not pretty fond of you for sure.
Hey, Amos, do you want to like fuck off?
What?
I just like push him over.
Okay.
Is he down?
Give me a it's a roll plus volatile. Lash out physically.
Yes.
What's my volatile? -1. Fuck. Okay, that's a 4.
You shove, and it's just like Amos doesn't budge, and then Amos just like swings at you.
Okay, I go incorporeal.
Amos swings straight through you.
Can
Not
he
a pleasant feeling.
knock himself out?
No.
Damn it. Okay, I pull out the remaining weed and offer it to him and the DJ.
Why didn't you start with this? Why did you didn't have to make me deaf if you had weed?
Da, 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 da.
I'm a metal like music person. Of course, I like the drug.
So
they walk off to do weed.
Excellent. I whap out my Sony Walkman and I get on the mic. I was like, "Hey, that fucking scolding was totally rad."
And I'm just like still on stage, like, ow!
But I think we can take this party even further. So here's my totally awesome mixtape. I hope you enjoy.
Oh dear.
And what does your mixtape start with?
Oh fuck.
You can't say you have a totally awesome mixtape without telling me what's on it.
Okay. It starts with some Black Sabbath.
Yes, fantastic. An anthem for my ascension.
And I'm just at the booth, like throwing the horns, headbanging.
Belinda, what do you do?
Am I not still writhing on the ground in pain?
You took one harm. You can still act if you want to.
Okay. Not. I'm gonna follow to where Rowan went.
They blink up. I'll say they're like just like they're real dazed, and they just sort of go, "Belinda, what happened?"
I was like scalded a lot, but you're okay. It's okay. There was tea. It's a mess.
Was there sugar and milk?
I don't.
Yes.
Oh yes, there was apparently.
That's even worse. That's like 3 things you were assaulted by.
I know, but I'm gonna be fine.
Half of your skin is like just burned now.
Yeah, I should go to ER.
This is so good. This is so fucking good.
This is the worst resolution I've ever, like...
This is the best revolution we've ever had.
I feel like this is my chance to get with Rowan.
Can you drive, Rowan?
I can. I'll drive you to the hospital.
Thank God, I'm not paying for an ambulance.
Okay.
America!
All right, and with that, I think we round off.
We have to.
Whoa! I want to chance at Rowan now.
No.
We had 2 hours to get with Rowan. We made our decisions, Martin.
I have a quick way.
Oh no.
What do you want to do?
I'm just gonna go up to Rowan and like lean down and go, "Hey, Rowan, don't you think my music is kick-ass?"
Not really. I really like Radiohead.
Ew. I don't want no
And no one loves Rowan anymore.
I'm like, growth, but you're kind of hot, so. And then I lean in and go a little closer. It's like, I like totally go all the way, and my skin can't fall off because I'm already dead.
Please.
No, I'm not letting you get away with this. Like, the mechanics of the game was specifically made so that none of you could gain favor with particularly Rowan, so that you all were like, whoever won. Belinda, you have a non-binary partner now.
Yay. I'm a crispy wet snake. Now that's a hell of an intro.
We see like a couple of epilogues. I think we start with Jem, who like eventually steps away from the booth, and I think the DJ there was like, "Yo, I'm a pro. Like, do you want to come work for me when you finish school, being a proper DJ, spinning some sick tracks?"
I mean, I could finish now because like I died in the 80s. I'm like fucking 30, so yeah, I'm just here for kicks.
Radical. Because I don't have a fucking clue what to do with your character. How does Percy's story end?
He takes over the world as the capitalist overlord of everything.
He tries to establish a new monarchy in America.
Give me a lash out physically, because that is a very, very violent thing you're doing.
That is a 9.
You deal harm to America, and it's successfully established an American monarchy.
Wait.
That won't be the first one.
Oh my god. But they all learn something. You become your darkest dark self. A king.
I am Count Huddersfield.
Oh my god. And then we get the last shot of the show. Belinda and Rowan.
In the hospital.
Holding hands in their respective hospital beds.
Cute.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was fucking whack-a-roll sex, crimes and claws.
Addendum!
What, Thomas?
Can't hear his addendum.
Mr. Ra is also in hospital because he choked on his cat.
Excellent.